peeps, I'm Jessie Sheehan and I am the self-proclaimed queen of easy peasy baking. And today I'm gonna make something from my cookbook, Salty, Cheesy, Herby, Crispy, Snackable Bakes. This is a book all about easy peasy, savory baking recipes. So that's pretty cool, right? Savory baking, yum. And I'm going to make this tomato Zaatar galette with onions and cheese. All right, first things first, we're gonna make the dough for this galette. It calls for flour, it calls for butter and a little bit of milk. The milk is the liquid here and it's melted butter. It calls for a little bit of baking powder and it calls for salt. It also calls for a little bit of Parmesan cheese. You take your pie dough, you put it between 2 sheets of parchment paper, and then you roll it out. Not only does this mean that your counter doesn't get dirty and messy, nothing sticks to your rolling pin because you're rolling on top of parchment. Next, we're gonna slice our tomatoes. And what I like to do is, as I slice them, I place them in a strainer or a sieve and I sprinkle them with salt. Now we're gonna season our drained tomatoes. We're gonna sprinkle them with some additional salt, with some garlic powder. I love to use garlic powder when I'm easy peasy baking. And we're gonna use a little bit of red pepper flakes and we're gonna use za'atar. Za'atar is an incredible Middle Eastern spice. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the rolled out pie dough that's on the parchment paper onto the baking sheet that I'm gonna bake the galette on. And I am going to sprinkle on some mozzarella cheese. So I sprinkle some pre-shredded cheese all over my pie dough, leaving like about a 2-inch border. Then I cover it in the seasoned tomatoes. Then I add a little bit of extra za'atar, because hello, za'atar. Then I add some red onions, and then I fold up the edges of the pie dough. So now we're gonna put this in a 400-degree oven for about 40 to 50 minutes. She's out of the oven. I like to slice her and eat her when she's still a teeny bit warm, maybe not right away, but a few minutes later. And I like to slice with like a pizza cutter. I love the kind of crunchy, flaky dough, then covered with this melty cheese, both the Parmesan cheese that's in the pie dough itself and that creamy mozzarella. And then that za'atar, oh my gosh, so warm and lovely, coupled with a little bit of heat from those red pepper flakes. Oh my gosh, so yummy.